into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Good afternoon and welcome to this impromptu stream from myself, Steve, where today I found out, thanks to that FPL game week this morning, because I was actually able to tune in live, that essentially the FPL game is releasing prices. So I was like, what? What do you mean they're releasing prices? It's a bit early. The answer is no. It's not a joke. This is real. And they are going to be up on screen in about 2 seconds now. It appears that they're going to be releasing every single team today. So obviously, I'm doing this at 10 to 2 in the afternoon. But the latest team that I've seen is Leeds. Let's bring them up here. So the players that they've released are Meslier, Cooper, Rafinha, Bamford. Christ, Bamford, 8 million. Rafinha 6.5. Now, I'm shocked at that. Rafinha 6.5, Cooper 4.5, whatever. Meslier 5. I understand that. Bamford 8 and Rafinha 6.5. I think Bamford's a bit. I think he's 0.5 too expensive, in my opinion. Because interestingly enough, normally strikers are like, I don't know, because I saw Chris Wood was 7 million, and I'm like, 7 million for a Burnley striker. Like, I get it, he's guaranteed to start, but it's a lot of money for a Burnley striker. Bamford at 8 million, I personally think is 0.5 too expensive. Rafinha, I think, is a million too cheap, if not 2 million cheap. I think he could have been 7.5, 8.5 easily. I think that would have been a more fair reflection as being a midfielder as well. Bamford 8, I think, is a bit meh. Let's have a look at the other teams that they've released, shall we? Let's just see if I'm going to be in for a bit of a... Oh, hey! Look at that! Straight off the press. Liverpool. Ooh, 7.5 for Trent. Salah 12.5. Yeah, that's about right. Robertson 7. Jota 7.5. Oh, there we are. Cheers, Mr. Burns. Who the hell's that? Mr. Burns is here. Darren Burns. Hello, everybody. But by the way, thanks for joining for this impromptu stream. I'll say hello in a minute. Well, it's just come out. Live. That's what happens when you listen to Talk Sport. Oh, wait a minute. This is Elite FPL. This is why we do live streams. So Alexander-Arnold, 7.5. I think they're a bit cheeky with that. I think they've based that on history and the last, 8 or 9 games that he played for Liverpool. I think you're being a bit cheeky there. I think if he'd have come in at 7, I think that would have been about right. Robertson coming in at 6.5, I think would have been about fair. 7.5 and 7, No. Salah 12.5. Yeah, I get that. Jota 7.5. That's so cheap. That's so cheap. I think like Rafinha, I think he could be at least $1 million, if not maybe 1.5 million more, maybe 8.59 million. I think that's a bit too cheap. And are we kind of seeing potentially what the likes of Fernandes could be coming out? Fernandes, I think, will be. I said it on the last stream that I did the other day. I said he'll be about 11.5, 12. And I think that's what we're going to get. 11.5, 12. Yeah, Zimmy saying there, Salah expensive. Absolutely. I think it's the right price, considering he was one of, if not the highest scoring players last year. But it's expected. If he'd have been 12, I'd be thinking, I think 12.4 is right. But it's telling me, it gives me an idea of how much the likes of Fernandes are going to be coming in at. And I think we're looking at probably 11.5, 12 possibly. 12 would be great. So that's just hot off the press, as someone's just mentioned. Oh, right. So I've seen, right, okay. So here's Crystal Palace. We've got Zaha at 7 million. Guaita. By the way, Crystal Palace. Down, down, down. In the words of Korn. They're going down, down, down. I think Crystal Palace is going to really struggle next season. But Guaita, 4.5. That's cheap. 4.5 for a Crystal Palace goalkeeper. That's not bad. Zaha 7. I think Zaha at 7's about right. I think that's good. Mitchell at 4.5. Yeah, about right. And Benteke 6.5. You know, for a player that seems to have found his goal-scoring form at the end of last season. Here we go. I'm going to steal this from you. If Andy, if you're watching, if you're listening in, I'm going to steal this from you. If you're excited by the price reveals, hit that like button, yeah? And if you are new around here, hit that subscribe button. I'm learning from the best. He's copying me. Brighton was an interesting one for me when I saw it earlier. Brighton was very interesting. Sanchez especially at 4.5. I think that is... Oh, I nearly swore. I think 4.5 for Sanchez is really good value. In fact, I would argue that so far Sanchez has been the player where I thought, are you feeling all right? Because 4.5 is a really good price for Sanchez, considering what we know he's capable of. Brighton are no mugs, and I think Brighton could be in for a really good season. So, Sanchez good. Pascal Gross, 6 million, yeah. Trossard, 6.5. And Basuma, of course. He's been 4.5 for the past 6 seasons. So, there's no real price reveal there. But yeah, I'll tell you what. If Brighton can, push forward with their expected goals, etc., who knows? There's a very good chance that Brighton could be really good value. But Sanchez, I think, is top notch. Burnley, I think they're priced right. Apart from Chris Wood, I think that's a terrible price from Chris Wood. I think 6.5 would have been just about right. Struggling team, didn't score many goals last year. Yes, he got a hat-trick in one game, his first ever hat-trick, but this is Burnley at the end of the day. Next season, they're going to be struggling really bad. I think Pope at 5.5 is... I think that's about right. Wood at 7, no, he's 0.5 too expensive. Tarkowski and me at 5 million. Yeah, I think that's perfectly acceptable. I don't have any issues with that whatsoever. And here we go with the... Who was it? The Arsenal, wasn't it? The Arsenal. Now, I'm surprised at Pepe's price. Once again, bearing in mind what he did it towards the end of the season, I thought he'd be about 8.5, 7.5. Aubameyang 10 million. I think that's pretty poor from FPL. I think if he had been priced around the Firmino price of 9.5 based on last season, I think that would have been fair. Again, they're going down the history route, what Aubameyang's done in previous seasons. I don't think that 10 million is value for money when it comes to Aubameyang. Smith Rowe 5.5. I heard, I think here, but Dread FPL was on that FPL game week earlier. He said 5.5 for Smith Rowe is excellent value. Agreed. Pepe 7.5, bargain. Gabriel at 5 million. Yeah, cheap. So I think to be honest, like I said, while we're live, I'm not going to be on for too long, but while we're live, you never know, there could be new price reveals. Let me know in chat. I'll get to you guys in a minute. Who's in the chat, etc. See what's going on. But if you didn't know, if you're joining us live right now, we are live, as JR says. There's my first WWE reference. Oh my! There we are. There's the latest price reveals for Liverpool. Liverpool price reveal: Alexander-Arnold 7.5, Salah 12.5, Robertson and Jota 7 and 7.5 respectively. So let's just see what you guys are saying in the chat quickly. La 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 la. Niraj, hello. Zain Hussain, the Cape FPL Fantasy World Order. Zimmy, hello all. Zimmy saying I can't wait for the game to be out. Len Lama, I instantly went, it ain't happening. He said that it's going to be already coming out next week. No, the game will not come out, I don't think, until after the Euros, which is the 21st. 21st. It's the 11th of July. I said that the game will be about 4 or 5 weeks before the official before the official first game starts, and by that means that we're looking at roughly, I reckon, either the 14th or the 21st of July, give or take. That's when I'm thinking the game will be launched. So anywhere between week starting the 11th of July and the 18th of July. I think that in that ballpark is when FPL will be launched. But the fact that the Euro final is on the 11th, I reckon we're going to be looking at about the middle of July here, with the 14th or the 20th, anywhere between the 14th and the 22nd of July is when I believe the game is going to be released. The Cape FPL, Rafinha's still at a decent price. Yes! In the words of Dan or what's his face? Chris Houghton. Yes! We all have to stick together. Yes! Hello, Niraj. Hello, Niraj. Denver, afternoon, guys. Happy Daddy's Day to some and to future dads. Yes. Gabriel de Rops here. Morning, pal. Was hoping for 0.5 lower on both pool defenders. Yeah, in agreement with me. I think that if Alexander-Arnold coming at 7 and Robertson at 6.5, I think that would have been fair. Zimmy saying getting Robertson cheaper than Trent. Woo! As Homer says. Yes, I just think that I think Alexander-Arnold's worth the 0.5 more over Robertson thanks to set pieces. I still think they're a bit expensive. And while I've got a few people here, just to let people know, actually, Danny boy. Oh, Danny boy. In the words of the woman or the bloke from Role Models, if you've seen the great film Role Models. And he's been doing some Instagram live, and the first one I watched was actually, or listened to, was this morning. Although, to be fair, I had to turn it off because the Instagram website or whatever is absolute shite. So basically, I couldn't watch it all because it just kept cutting off. But the point we're standing is that if you enjoy analysis of the Euros, I highly recommend going watching Dan's Instagram live videos, because they are genuinely very enjoyable. It's really, really weird saying this, but it's like listening to me when he was going mad about England. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. It was like hearing me ranting. Denver saying I was expecting those prices for Liverpool. Yeah. I think I agree with ABJ that the Liverpool prices are fair. I think Jota is cheap though. I think, what was he, 6.5 last year, albeit he was at Wolves when it first came out. So I think that if he was at Liverpool last year, he may have gone up to maybe 7.5, possibly, or 7. I think he's a bit cheap. FPL Captain, hello, man. Nuclear Atoms, hello, mate. Salah is always expensive. Well, yes, of course he is. Of course he is. Boo is saying that Jota is way too cheap. Nuclear Atoms, what about Kane and Son? Would it be out today? I think that certainly it would appear that essentially that they're going to be releasing every single team today. That's my assumption. Maybe over the next 48 hours we're going to get not a full price list, but a full set of teams and their respective price reveals. I'd like to see who Brentford and Norwich are priced at, especially Brentford's attacking front three. I'd be very, very interested in that because there's certainly somebody that I'm interested in. Anorak, hello. Interesting price reveals. Even though I won't watch anything until after the Euros. Yep, fair enough. Pepe pricing exciting. Arun is saying, yes, I agree with you. I think Pepe's pricing is very, very good indeed. Ramanathan, Sanchez 4.5 is brilliant. I agree with you. I think like Dutchman is saying, Sanchez is steal. Probably should have been 5. I agree. I think 5 million would have been right. Jacob Kilby, don't recognise the name. Hello, mate. If Brighton can get a striker, they could be next season's Villa/Brighton. Agreed. Yep, I completely agree with you. Because their defence is also cheap. I agree. I think Brighton could be someone to steal at. Zimmy saying, Steve, Sanchez can't be 5 million though. No one would have him then. Yeah, I think they would. At the end of the day, we can't have all the players. I mean, the way you're talking there, Zimmy, is if we're all going to have Sanchez or we're all going to own specific players. It doesn't work like that. It's all about how you play your strategy. And certainly, for me, I'm certainly looking at next season and thinking, well, I'm going to say it. My strategy, quite literally, next season is as FPL Dave, if you're watching, hello, mate. But if FPL Dave said last season, essentially it's this. If the teams have got easy fixtures, jump on them at the start of the season and then towards like the middle end of the season, or the middle especially, you want to be looking at the form players, and then towards the end, absolutely the form players, and then certainly teams that have nothing to play for, avoid like the plague, essentially. But certainly FPL Dave, I completely agree with him that the reality is that I am going to be going with those green fixtures, or more specifically the teams that I think personally are going to do really well. Brentford's opening fixtures look delicious, and I am essentially going to go 2 attackers and probably 1 defender. Absolutely, but almost certainly I'm going to be going headstrong into Brentford. I think that Tony, for example, Tony boy, I think will be worth every penny. I think he should come in at 6.5, but I have a sneaky feeling that the FPL game may put him at 7, which is going to be very, very annoying indeed. Ramanathan saying, I'm hoping Charlie Staler stays at 4.5. I think so. I think, but again, I think based on Ben Mee, Tarkowski, they've come down by 0.5. I think it should only be fair to Charlie Taylor. It should go up by 0.5. It's only my opinion. Yeah, it's only my opinion. Nasty Balls is here, hello man. They release them every 45 minutes, the Flying Dutchman's saying. Okay, I think, okay, fair enough. The KPFPL, Smith Rowe, excellent price if he progresses next season. Hello, Pogba. The Flying Dutchman, does this mean the game will start early? I really hope it doesn't. I think that, look, for me, I've enjoyed this break. I'm very, very busy. I've literally only just come through the door from work. So I came home at got through the doors at 1:33. By the time I set this up and everything, you're talking quarter to 2. Hit the live button. We're now 20 minutes in already. And Dan was complaining about doing Instagram live for half an hour. Get a grip of yourself, Danny boy. But while I go a bit quiet, why not? Here we go, Andy. Andy Pandy. Here we go, mate. There's an extras reference for you there. If you've enjoyed the... Shut up, Steve-O. Yeah, so I think that it'd be wrong if the game does update now. I think that I'm just enjoying the break at the moment. I just kind of like don't want to be thinking FPL until roughly 5 or 6 weeks into it, so to speak. So no, I don't think the game will start early at all. Ramanav is saying July 3rd, in the 3rd week of July the game could be out then. Yes, absolutely. Arun, the Mamdu saying about various City players. Yeah, unfortunately they haven't released them yet. They may do in a minute. JOC Louise, 12.5. Salah not matters first in my team anyway. He won't be, because he ain't going to be playing. He is going to be going to the, whatchamacallit? As Legion of, what was it? That's Legion of Doom, that is, even though I wasn't doing that. Salah's going to the Olympics. So don't worry about that. Salah is going to the Olympics. So someone's just saying about FPL's tweeted something. No, they haven't. I'm on top of that, and you guys in chat are on top of that. So don't you worry about anything to do with FPL. It's all up in front of you. All up in front of you, lads. All up in front of you. So yeah, don't worry about that. We'll be with it if it does go live. I'll be there on the day itself when it goes live. Lionel Messi's here. Robbo, VVD, TA, Salah with triple Liverpool. They will be back in form. Absolutely. Chelsea to win this title next season. Then you got the likes of City, Liverpool, Man United all chasing for that title. Absolutely. You've then got the likes of Arsenal and Tottenham who are absolutely friggin' useless. So I wouldn't be worrying about them. Everton, they're going to go nowhere. You've got the likes of West Ham. I don't think they're going to have such a good season next year. Leicester's going to be an interesting one. That's going to be interesting. The Mamdou saying about Kevin De Bruyne. Yes, I would like to think that Kevin De Bruyne is going to be about 10.5, something like that. I think 10.5 would be about right. Maybe 11 million. The fact that he's just so injury prone last year, I can't quite see him being a premium player like the likes of Salah, Fernandes, etc. But I do think that certainly 10.5, 11 million would be about Kevin De Bruyne's correct price. Hello, Francis. Hello, mate. Lionel Messi saying, hope talking to Kevin De Bruyne, 11.5 or lower. I think, yeah, certainly 10.5, 11 would be fine. Denver, FPL waiting on the Sancho and Haaland transfers before going. Yeah, be interesting to see what if they do bring in the likes of Haaland, how much he'll be. I reckon he'll be probably 10 million. I think 10 million, to be honest with you. Sancho, on the other hand, I don't know much about him, but I reckon, again, 9.5, 10 million. Kevin De Bruyne, Denver, saying likely to be 10.5 like 2 seasons ago. Yes, agreed. I think that the fact that, like I said, without going over it again, the fact that he is injury prone says a lot, really. God, there's a lot of people here, and just want to say thanks for joining on this impromptu stream. Cole saying De Bruyne will be 12 million. He will not be 12 million, I can assure you now. Cole, Kevin De Bruyne will not be 12 million. That is pretty much a guaranteed fact. 11.5 at a push. If Kane doesn't come, then it's Ferran, Torres or Jesus up front. Yeah, well, yes, unless he plays a false 9, Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, that's an answer to Francis Logan's question, yeah. I really think it'd be amazing if Kane does go to, what's his face? Man City. Arch Tabushi. Someone asked on Twitter, when can we start making our teams? And FPL replied, soon. Yeah. It will not be this week. I think it'd be foolish. At the end of the day, the Euros are on. They've got no publicity. The FPL at the moment is just taking a back seat. And from a PR point of view, it'd be a terrible, terrible move. Lionel Messi, Sanchez 4.5 and the 4 million keeper is locked. Yeah? Yeah. Zimmy, I think Schmeichel and Leno will be 5 million. Yep, agreed. Schmeichel may be 5.5. Schmeichel may be actually 5.5. Leno will be 5, yeah, and I don't think anyone would have an Sanchez then if he was 5 million. Well, yeah, I understand what you're saying there, but at the end of the day, like I said, the game isn't there to accommodate for people just to buy players that they want you to buy. It's the end of the day, it's there to play as a strategy-based game and how it all fits in with your strategy. Sancho probably at Son's price last season, 9 million. Yes, Ramanathan, I agree with that. I think that Sancho will be about 9.5. It makes complete sense. Lionel Messi saying, I think West Ham got a good start fixtures and still think top 8 is for them. Yeah, I think that they should be pushing on from last season. I think that there shouldn't be a problem whatsoever. But as Ramanathan is making the point about Kane, at the end of the day, if it doesn't go to Man City, then it will be Torres or Jesus that will be filling up their boots. But I don't think Pep Guardiola is much of a fan, is he? So, yeah. Dylan Greer saying, for anyone who has Premier League app, you can see all the price reveals for all the players that clubs are released. Oh, okay. Okay. Chef Boy saying, if Hakimi signs for Chelsea, then he's a must-own. Everybody said that about Ziyech. Everybody said that about Havertz. Everybody said that about Werner. Look how it turned out. I'm avoiding players brand new to the Premier League, really, unless they really do kick on from what you see when they play. The reality is that a lot of players that come in that have done really well for their teams in European leagues, it's very, very rare unless they're an absolute world-class player that they seem to kick on. But if you are joining us late, up on screen now, I'll just scroll through quickly the latest team reveals which are up in front of you. Liverpool, Alexander-Arnold 7.5, Salah 12.5, Robertson 7, Jota 7.5. We then have Meslier for Leeds, 5 million. Cooper, 4.5. Rafinha, a cheap 6.5. Bamford, in my opinion, an expensive 8 million. We then have Crystal Palace, Zaha, 7 million. Guaita, 4.5. Mitchell, 4.5. And Benteke at 6.5. And then moving on down to Brighton, decent prices in Sanchez at 4.5. Gross at 6, Trossard 6.5, Basuma at 4.5. Burnley, we've got Nick Pope at 5.5, Wood at 7, bit too expensive in my opinion. Tarkowski and Mia a fair 5 million. And then finally, the first team reveal this morning was the Arsenal players of Aubameyang, Smith Rowe, Pep, Gabriel, 10 million, 5.5, 7.5 and 5 million respectively. And yeah, it really is all go today. At the end of the day, these are what people want when it comes to this game and everything. It's just a bit of fun and stuff. But I think that, yes, there are a lot of people that are going to be wanting to be tinkering around with their teams and stuff. For me personally, like I said, I'm just kind of like going to be avoiding a lot of this stuff, so to speak, as in like, strategies and whatnot. I've kind of got a general idea of what I want to be doing, but really I'm not really too fussed about anything per se. But I know there are a lot of people, including people that are probably watching this now, that I wanted to get on with. Johnson saying here that Rafinha is excellent value. I couldn't agree more. Most interested in Chelsea's Werner. He'll be about 8.5, 9 million. Could be a midfielder. I very much doubt that he'll be a midfielder. And Havertz, if he'll be priced, will be in my team. Havertz is a good one. I think that Havertz will probably stay the same price. What was he? 8.5? I think that Havertz will be staying around the same price, I can assure you now. I can't see why they would... certainly they won't be increasing his price. I don't know what he was last time, if anybody wants to let me know. And away we go. But there's a lot of people watching this. Hello, everybody. And if you are new around here, by all means, this is the push now, I'm afraid. This is the push this season. If you are brand new around here, hit that subscribe button. If you are enjoying the stream, or more importantly, if you're loving the fact that the price reveals have been released, hit that like button. Dominic saying Mane 12 million is too expensive. I can't see him. It's 12 million. I think 11.5 would be fair. 12 million is too expensive. I do agree with you there. 12 million is too expensive. 11.5 would be right. 11 million would be like, here we are, we're talking now. Maybe that's someone to take over Salah's place, potentially, if he did come in at 11 million. That would make a very good argument in my team. Denver saying Jadon Sancho, Haaland, Tony, straight in my team. The only exceptions for new income players, in my opinion, I will make. Sancho, yes, agreed. Haaland, no comment, don't know much about him. Tony, for definite, don't have the problem at all. Lotion Keats saying, hello Steve, glad to see you streaming. Cheers, dude, appreciate it. JC, I have no interest in the Euros whatsoever. I have, in fact, again, if you are interested in the Euros, go and check out Dan on Instagram at Elite FPL. Dan does all his Instagram lives on the Euros. Fernandez, 11.5, 11. He'll be 11.5 or 12. He'll be 11.5 or 12. So there's no issues there. Anonymous said, I don't think Haaland joins the Premier League, but Sancho does. Isn't there right in saying that they're only willing to spend X amount of money, Chelsea, and his price range is a bit too much? I think Chelsea, to be honest with you, are good enough to go. I think Chelsea are good enough to go. I can't quite see why they would they really need that many players, to be honest with you. Maybe a bit of backup in defence, possibly. I think they've got enough attacking players in their team not to worry. I really do think that if Tuchel can just gel that front four together of, who is it, Ziyech, Havertz, Pulisic and Werner, those front four, I think they've got and Mount, of course, Mason Mount, I completely forgot him as well. So I think they've got an absolute bunch of stars in that team. I think they got used to the Premier League last year. I think they know what it's going to be about, and I think certainly this season, Chelsea fans here, you'll be pleased to know you're going to be winning the Premier League next year. So I wonder if there's been anything revealed. Has anything new been revealed at all? Do we know? Has anything latest come out? No, it's still with Liverpool. But admittedly, someone did say it's every 45 minutes or so that a price reveal has happened. But yeah, what can I say? All I can say is I think I'm going to leave it there, to be honest with you. There's not much I can really add, but this is exciting times. Who says that? Who says exciting times? I can't remember now, but this is exciting times. The game is nearing closer. I wouldn't like I say, I think we've got at least till mid-July. I think at the earliest that this game will be released will be the 14th. I think the earliest will be the 14th of July. I think that because you've got to remember that we're talking the 4th. Has the Premier League changed the TV fixtures? If so, there's a possibility that there will be a game on Friday. I would assume it would be Brentford versus Arsenal. So Friday evening, we got till the 13th of August really, because I'm assuming there's going to be a Friday night kickoff. So it'll be 13th of August, which means before that we'll have 1 full week, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I think the 14th. I reckon the 14th, 15th approximately that will give us about 4.5, 5 weeks, give or take, for when the game will officially launch, which I think is appropriate enough time to tinker. I think given us 6 weeks, which would be about the 7th of July, which isn't too long away. We're talking, what is the 20th today? So we got this full week, then we got another full week. So we got about 2.5 weeks until the 7th. I think that's a bit too early. Then the Euros finish on the 11th, and I really do think, realistically 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th is when potentially we're looking at. Maybe the 16th, which would then give us 1, 2, 3, exactly 4 weeks. So the 16th of July would give us exactly 4 weeks until the game kicks off, which makes a lot of sense. And it kind of gives time for transfers to be going through and loans, etc., etc. So I wouldn't be surprised if it comes through that at all. Maybe before the UEFA Super Cup final. It's always 3 weeks max before the... Yeah, again, it'd be way before that. It'd be way before that. Johnson saying, Marnie terribly priced and City have Prem locked up, all about squad depth, and City have 4 squads. Interesting, very, very interesting. Maybe before the thing with jig. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. As ever, legends for joining me for this quick impromptu stream. Really do appreciate it. I highly recommend for anybody that isn't aware of the majority of the stuff that myself and Jason do. Essentially, we just do live streaming. That's all we do. Live streams. We like getting interactive with the chat and everything. And if you've got something to say, write in the chat. And 9 times out of 10, we're more than likely going to talk about the conversation piece that you're bringing up. But just follow us on Twitter at Elite FPL. And follow us, more importantly, if you are one of the Euros, if you are interested in the Euros, Dan does a lot of stuff on Instagram at Elite FPL on there. Just everything Elite FPL, Elite FPL, Elite FPL is all you need to know. Other than that, join us on the Discord if you want to continue chatting all things price reveals, fantasy football, Euros, etc. Go to the Discord. The link is in the description below. All you got to do is click on that and then you can join people like yourselves talking all things fantasy football. Is there anything else, Steve, that you need to do? Oh yeah, you can follow me, Total Stevo. Yeah, if you want to follow me at Total Stevo, you can watch my videos. I've now got an Instagram account. If anybody wants to follow me on Instagram, Total Steve. Essentially, basically, if you like deathcore, if you're into the gym and you like WWE wrestling, you can follow me. If you don't like any of that, don't even bother. I've also got my own separate YouTube account where I'm kind of deliberately doing clickbait videos where I'm taking the piss out of certain bands and people don't like it. I'm getting a lot of hate on it, and guess what? I couldn't give a shit because I don't read any of the comments. But don't worry, the algorithm is telling the video to get out there. It's fucking great. Oops, swore again. But yeah, other than that, what can I say? Wait for the next tweet, Steve. It should be in about 5-10 minutes. Fantasy World Order. Nick Treadwell. Where did you come again? Nick, where did you come in the Invitational League? Where did you come in the Invitational League? Let me know. Will Werner be good in Chelsea next season? Fantasy World Order is saying. Yes, I think he will. I think he'll be fine. I think that essentially the reality is that a lot of these players, they need to get used to how tough the Premier League is. So I think that Werner will be a lot more adapted to the Premier League next season. I think you're going to see a completely different style. And I think that when he comes in, I reckon he'll be coming in at about 9. If you're lucky, 8.5. But I think 9 million would be about right for Werner. I think that you could be in for an absolute bargain. And Nick's saying here 4th. He ended up 4th in the Invitational. That's right, because it was so bloody tight last year. So tight. Yeah, Denver's saying, or interact with Twitter. Interact on Twitter. Elite FPL Total Steve. You spelt my name wrong there, Denver. It's, do you know what? I don't even know. Well, I do know. It's at total_Steve_O. Where is it? Here. Once it loads up. Come on, load up. Please. Well, there it is. It's there. Profile. Here we are. There we are. Total. Oh no, it's not even underscores. That was my old one. Total Steve-O. Yeah. What did I do last time? Oh yeah. Putting up, if you like your wrestling and stuff. Wrestling? Seen this? That's a £400 man. £400 man doing that. It's incredible. Anyway, let's just quickly search something for a second. FPL price reveals. Let's just see if anything potentially could be coming up. Latest. Probably a load of troll comments, to be honest with you. I kind of want to get some. I want to get some food in me. Nah, it's just the same old, to be honest with you. Yeah, a lot of people just tweeting about what's going on and everything and talking about whatnot. But yeah, it is exciting. I think it is really exciting. Someone's created a parody account. I mean, fair play to them. Very clever parody account. But please do not be fooled, which I was. I was genuinely fooled. I was like, why the hell would Digne be 4.5 million? That's ridiculous. They've clearly got a glitch going on, and unfortunately not. It was just that's the wrong side. Why would you put that up for? Who the hell is that? Yeah, that's it. I would stay on for another 5 minutes, but you know, Elite is going to blow up this pre-season. Yeah, I think for anybody new around here, I think certainly that myself and Jason, we're going to be pushing a lot more. Well, we put a lot of content into it anyway. I think, 10,000 subscribers without. I think, to be completely blunt with you, I think that's the target that I've set. I think that getting anywhere between 2,000 and 4,000 new subscribers between now and the start of next season is very, very achievable. I can't see why that isn't possible. I think that without getting too analytical or anything, I think that I want to start really getting those live numbers up, because without going over and over and over it, we are just live streamers. We do not do any pre-recorded videos, anything like that. So if you do like your live streams like this, then this is the place for you, essentially, because that's all myself and Jason do. Jason is my co-host. If you don't know, if you are completely brand new around here, Jason is my co-host. He's the one that he's just the producer. He just does all the graphics and everything, essentially. He's the one that creates all of this. But the good news is that because I've got a new job, it's not a new job, but I've been promoted in my new job, it means that my time's a bit more flexible. A bit. And I mean a bit. And it appears, as it stands right now, that I'm able to do Friday night streams with Jason. So I can actually do previews with Jason on a Friday night if needed. Certainly on a Thursday, I'll definitely be doing streams, my own basically predictions, score predictions, which I always pride myself on. Still not bitter about last year. Still not bitter that I didn't flame in. If only I'd friggin' entered that 1 week, I'd have been in the top 10. So annoying. But anyhow, that was last season now, Steve. Calm yourself down, mate. But yeah, so next season there's going to be a lot more members content. As Dan alluded to on the Instagram videos, I have been doing a members video each week. To be honest, I'm not going to lie, it's mainly more about myself. It's predominantly telling the hardcore followers of the show what's going on in my life, some important things, etc, etc. So if you're interested in all that and you want to support the show, you can become a member. But yeah, certainly across the next several weeks there are going to be a lot more members videos, because as I always encourage members to do, go into the Discord and essentially ask me specific direct questions, and you get a personal, it's not a personal video, it is, because it's specifically about your question, but it's also available to be watched by all members. And then these live streams, we pretty much stream every single day, give or take, taken on callers. So when the game launches, we'll be able to take on callers, see what people's ideas are, etc, etc. But that's mainly Jason. I do a lot of talking, as you can probably tell. But I certainly will be taking on some callers, seeing new faces. And I also want to be doing a lot more collaborations. Collaborations is something that I definitely want to be doing next year. At the end of the day, it's coming up to a busy period. I'm fully aware that the guys that do content creating, they're going to be as busy as us. And I'd like to think that the guys will be more than happy just to pop on the odd show here or there, just to have a laugh, basically, because that's all I'm here for. I'm here to have a laugh. Yes, I can get serious. Yes, I can get very, very invested in the game. Yes, I get very annoyed by certain things that happen within this game. But that's the whole point in it, isn't it? It's the passion that we bring to the show. So yeah, all good there. So yeah, in answer to Fantasy World Order's point, I think that absolutely there will be a chance that we could be pushing 10,000. Ramanathan saying all pre-season quizzes. Absolutely not. No. Hey, Davey! How's it, guys? Davey's here. Hello, mate. Cheers, dude. Appreciate it, pal. Brew. That can't be brew as in you, brew. It's not you, brew. It's not the brew. Right, okay. Flying Dutchman. Okay, right then. Right then. Ah, but is this the fake one? Hold on a minute here. Are you caught up with the fake one? Oh, you're a fool, Steve-o. You're a fool. Come on, load up. This is what happens. Why does he do that? Oh, hello. Oh. Right, so let's talk FPL. Are you sure this is the real one? Because I know there's a fake one. Fake one. Flaming Nora. We are live. So there's the Euros. This could be the fake one. No. Whoa! Hold on a minute. Hold on to your hats. We have got the full player price list. Player price list. Here we are, Davey. This is your team. I can't even read it. Right, I'm gonna have to go on a different menu here. Bear with me, folks. Let's do an Andy. So I'm gonna have to go on my screen here, which is another Twitter. This is my other browser. Let's talk, and I'll go through what's up on screen now. So Mane is 12 million. You have enough! Well, here we go. Right then. Great. Still can't read it. Flaming hell. I hate technology. I hate it. Alisson 6. Yeah, that makes sense. Adrian 4.5. So Van Dijk 6.5. Oh, come on, man. Who else is there? Gomez, Matip 5 million. Salah 12.5. Mane 12. Yeah, Jota. Yeah. Shaqiri 6. Chamberlain 6. How much is Firmino? 9. 9 million for Firmino. Oh, that's cheap. Okay, cheers, Andy. Not that you specifically gave that to me, but right, okay. Okay, well, there's the full price screen up on screen there for anybody that can see up on screen. There is the full price for Liverpool players. Thiago 5.5. Yeah, but you're not going to buy him, though, are you? You're not going to buy him. You're not going to buy a thingy. Well. Vince Chapman's here. Well. How come my name ain't green? Did my membership get cut? I didn't turn it off. Good question. That is, I'm going to do a thing that I say now in my new role, which is just to let you know that this is a brand new role for me, and unfortunately I can't deal with the issue at the moment. However, what I will do is I'll bring in a more experienced manager and they'll be able to help you. Vince, I can't comment. You'd have to, so if you send a private message to Jason, then maybe he'll know, but to be honest, he'll probably tell you what I'm about to say, which is this is probably a YouTube thing. Denver, I would love this channel to be an all members. It costs you less than a drink a month, and I am from RSA. Denver, what's the RSA? Republic. What's the RSA, Denver? Let me know. Well, it is technically a kind of ambition, so to speak. It would be interesting to see what would happen if this became a... At the end of the day, we've got quite a lot of members. That's the reality of it. That's the reality of it. We have got quite a lot of members, and we do try and promote our South Africa. There we are, Davey. South Africa. Have you got any cigarettes? Hey, Davey, how's it going, mate? What was I watching? I was watching not this is in South Africa, but it's with Africa. Captain Phillips just uploaded it to Netflix. I've seen it before a couple of times. It's such a good film. Right, the Fantasy World Order. I think we're going on for at least another 15 minutes since that last tweet. So let's see if there's been any more price reveals from official Premier League. Here we go. No. All they've tweeted out is this. What's your trusted FPL formation? Davey FPL 3-4-3 in it. FPL, there's Harry. So many great mids. I think 3-5-2 it will be. Everybody pouring through. What if that's Jason, as in our Jason? No. Someone lied to you. All lied to us. Are they just releasing a tweet every 45 minutes? Is that what it is? So how come they've released a full player list for Liverpool and nobody else? This is what I don't understand. Is this just like a... Oh, I was about to say something that... I was about to say something that I shouldn't. Vince saying, I'll look into it ASAP. Yeah, cool. Yeah, sound, yeah. I'm thinking of doing an Ole and playing two holding centre midfielders. Isn't that essentially what Gareth Southgate does? Spot on with almost half the African's accent. Secrets. I cannot help you. What's up, guys? Davey FPL doing the match of the day challenge. Now, let me tell you something. I do not know. I love this. I love Davey's match of the day challenges because I'm just lying there on my bed watching it, and what I love is when it's not just him. It could be anybody, but specifically in his case, it would be words to the effect of, "Look, I had Jota in my team, and I'm hoping that essentially he started. Please, 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 did he start? Oh my God, Liverpool, they won 3-0. What are you doing? Jesus Christ. I was doing, talking of impressions, I was doing a Mark Southerns the other day. Just going, yeah. I don't know. I don't even know why I was doing it. I don't even know why. Fantasy World All saying Marnie at 12. That's the opposite of recency bias. Yeah, recency bias. Recency bias. Hello, Dread. We were slagging you off earlier, saying it was you. What did you say earlier? Smith Rowe. Smith, you were saying on that FPL Lounge game week, whatever they're called. You said about Smith Rowe being a really good fifth midfielder. Good shout. You have to listen here, bro. If you're doing a South African accent, blimmin' out, that took a turn and went all David Attenborough. David Attenborough is more, you can see here. The chimpanzee has made friends with his... And then it just... Whatever. Oh, actually, Vince, I'll do it on a members video at some point next week. I have a story about our favourite woman. Is all I can say, Vince. It's not that interesting, to be quite honest with you. This is what you do. This is what you do. Memberships for, just to hear me talk about women. Right, has FPL released any more things? If not, no. Right. Let's just quickly vote. Favourite 352. There we are. Done. Oh, it's 49% is 343. I'm going to just steal Andy's content, stuff him. Oh, he hasn't actually released anything. Okay. Andy. I was going to do a terrible impression of Andy then. No, he's not released anything. Full Liverpool price list. Maybe he's got an in. Maybe Andy's got an in, and they just sent him a little email and gone, come on, you've got 100,000 followers, even though they've got 2 million. What was I going to do? Let's just quickly check one more time. FPL price reveal, if anything has been revealed from a latest point of view. No. See, this account here, be warned, it's fake. Fake! Hey, we don't use that word, fake, in this house. Anybody have a clue what that reference is? Hey, the F word is banned in our house. Nah, there's nothing, is there? There's nothing nothing at all. Nothing at all. There's nothing like wearing nothing at all. There's a Homer Simpson's reference. Let's quickly go on here for 2 seconds. Let's see if anything's updated. No. That's fine. No problem at all. What was I looking at here? Quickly look at the final few messages. Yeah, Dread, this is the point. I'm agreeing with, even though I'm not actually interested in the Euros. Essentially, I think that the game will be released a few days after the Euros finishes. I think that a week or so after that. And Vince saying, and we're back, and I'm in effing stitches. I know who you're talking about. Yes. Ned Flanders reference. Well done. Well done there, Niraj. Well done. I just googled what the opposite of recency bias is, and it came up with Gamba's fallacy. Yeah, exactly. Is that Booner's account manager? No, it's not Booner's account manager. Yes. So, like I said, for anybody that's late here joining, I'm in the personal belief that we're probably looking at about 5 weeks before the official Premier League starts, which will probably be on the 13th, because I reckon there'll be a Friday kickoff. So that means that I'm thinking that July the 14th, 15th, 16th, give or take. The 16th would mean 2, 3, 4 weeks exactly. So if we were to give it 5 weeks, you're looking at the 9th. But I can't see them releasing it before the Euros finish. I don't know. Maybe, with the semi-finals being on I'm assuming Friday, and then the final on Sunday, and then third place on Saturday. Someone would have to tell me with more knowledge on that. But certainly you're looking at the game being launched anywhere between, I personally think, the 14th, 15th, 16th at the earliest, and the 21st, 22nd, 23rd probably the latest. In my opinion. It's only my opinion. Conrad. But there's a small chance that it could be the 8th, 9th or 10th, 7th, 8th or 9th. All I will say is that stick with us, Elite FPL, and we will be the second to break the news to you all, like I did today. Well, I say like I've done today, for crying out loud. Dark Horses in... Hello, Kobe. Heard your name on thingy this morning. Someone having a go at you. Was it Matt? Matt having a go at you on the FPL Gameweek this morning about the Euros? You're doing very well and he's on your tail or something like that. Dark Horses in 2021, Foden and Greenwood. Yes. Did you hear City looking... Yeah, Brew has said something above saying City looking to spend 90 million on Grealish. Why? Why buy Grealish? They don't need him. They need a striker. Buy Harry Kane, spend 150. You're better off spending 150 bloody million on Harry Kane, or 200 million. That'd be better money well spent. Could you imagine that? Could you reckon that? Fantasy World Order saying, reckon anything wrong with Kane at the moment? I just agree with Dan. Dan's saying that he just looks fatigued. It's not just from football. It's also from the whole transfer news, the end of the season itself. Ericsson, potentially, with that horrific... I don't even know the words I can use. Whatever the words are, I can't even think. Someone help me out there. But yeah, I by all accounts, I think that what Dan said summed it up brilliantly. But yeah, talking to Dan just quickly, for anybody that is interested in... Hi, Harbour Boy. Anybody that is interested in Euros, Dan Instagram live, give or take, every day. He will be doing a small little videos and whatnot, and they're really good. They are actually genuinely really, really good. I personally have been listening to them, and I certainly will be listening to them for the future. I have no interest in the Euros whatsoever, but Dan's passion, like I said, passion comes out. In the words of Gordon Ramsay, where's your passion? I haven't got any, chef. Anyway, on that note, appreciate I'll click it one more time. I will click refresh whatever Fantasy Premier League one more time. Let's see if anything's been revealed. No. Can we come out of this? Can we go back into it again? Let's click on it. Oh, look at that. Hey, Vince, have a look at... Would you look at that? That's fantastic. Hold on a minute. Big thanks for the first 10,000 views on my YouTube channel, Periodical Pinkwington, documenting the rare clips from the Ricky Stephen. That is brilliant. Look at that picture. Hopefully that comes up, but it will come up on screen. That is brilliant. Oh, that's... Well done to that person there. That's brilliant. Huh. Oh, I'll comment on that in a minute. Oh, that is great. Well done. That's excellent, that. Very good. That is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, Fantasy World Order, what's your body clock like? Dread FPL, I don't think the way Southgate has England set up is conducive to getting the best out of Kane. Yeah, absolutely. Right then, I'm not going to say on that note anymore. Let's get out of here. Cheers, everybody. Until next